Hello and welcome back to PlayStationGrenade. 10 years ago, Burnout Paradise hit the PS3 and the 360 to rave reviews, but it never received the second outing that it truly deserved. So much time has now passed that many new players have never heard of Paradise City, but oh my word, the remaster is absolutely perfect, and I'll happily tell you why. The awesome speed and crashes, the hidden game modes, the compelling online, it's all here. So here are 7 ways Burnout Paradise Remastered is the perfect arcade racer. Open worlds in racing games began with Paradise City and the spectacle of winding roads in the mountains and densely populated intersections of the city areas. Driving through each of those junctions reveals an assignment. If that mission is not for you, simply keep on driving. You are never forced to complete any task in Burnout Paradise.
A reminder that there are 120 events ready to launch from 120 different traffic signals around the city. So you're never more than a moment from some burnout action.
Should you decide to take part in a race or any other event for that matter, slow down and hold L2 and R2 at the lights. The core game modes are racing from A to B against 7 other drivers, but going A to B is only the starting point, as you must decide the best route to take. It's unbelievably easy to take a wrong turn and turn a certain first place finish into a last place mess up. If you're not one to go racing, then go on timed stunt challenges instead, flipping and smashing your way around the city. Or what about trying road rage, in which you smash other cars into walls and oncoming vehicles? There's even a marked man race modifier where you are forced to reach a destination without your car being destroyed by other aggressive vehicles. Victories in any or all of these disciplines tie into the progression system and the hunt for the sacred Burnout license, and when that's achieved, the real tests begin. Scratching the surface of Burnout Paradise Remastered reveals so much more for gamers to get their teeth into. As new vehicles are unlocked, they aren't simply placed in your garage like every other racing game you've played. No, instead, that vehicle can be found racing around the streets anywhere in the open world. If you really want that vehicle, you must take it down. This small update to accessing vehicles keeps you on your toes, as any second that roadster you've always wanted suddenly races by and into the distance. Time to shut it down.
The Carson and Bennett Grand Marais has been delivered to your junkyard.
Now it's a wreck, and it's yours. Going back to the junkyard and taking that wreckage to a trusted mechanic, and now the car is completely ready to go on the open road. Speaking of cars, there are 75 to unlock, smash, repair and drive, but that's only the beginning. Burnout Paradise Remastered includes all 8 add-ons from the original game. This means there are motorbikes, remote control cars, I'm not lying, beach buggies, and even the Ghostbusters ride gets an outing in Paradise. The customization isn't fantastic, but colours and paint finishes can be selected and can even be changed on the fly by going through spray shops. It can even be done mid-race. Every vehicle you unlock really does feel like a reward, and the stats help us decide how the car should be used. Is it a build for speed, for stunts, or for taking down other players? Oh, and look! The freaking DeLorean from Back to the Future is here. EA, just take my money. But wait, there's even more to uncover in Paradise City. Burnout's approach to collectibles is one of the most addicting I've ever experienced. Spread across the entire world are these yellow do not enter signs, which reveal hidden shortcuts to give you the edge in races. Suddenly, a winding road can be completely missed by searching for hidden routes around the location. The collectibles don't end there, as billboards can be smashed and super jumps can be found that resemble the photo jumps back in the Tony Hawk's days. On top of this is our ability to rule roads around the city and countryside. Every single road has a time trial and a crash mode to plunder. Every time you drive across a road, the time is recorded, even if you don't want to race at that point. A small 8-second road or a 3-minute road, your time is always stored. And if you manage to beat the record, the street sign becomes silver to show you that you hold a record here. To make the sign go golden, you must take part in the iconic crash mode Burnout is famous for. Here in Paradise City, this is called Showtime. Showtime is all about causing as much damage as possible and maneuvering your wreck into other cars and buses for multipliers. To start Showtime, press L1 and R1 together and begin the carnage. You can spend hundreds of hours in Paradise Remastered completely ignoring the main game and instead owning every street you drive on. Once you hold both speed and crash records, the street sign becomes gold, until somebody beats you, of course. We must pause for a moment and take note of the sublime soundtrack included in the game. It's such a focus that the R1 button is dedicated to switching tracks if the current song doesn't suit your mood. Mammoth bands like Faith No More and Guns N' Roses head up the soundtrack, and previous tunes in the Burnout series also make a return. It may be a soundtrack better suited to 10 years ago, but for someone who played the original, this will make the feeling of belonging and those nostalgia moments come harping back. Going online, and there's even more to uncover in Burnout Paradise Remastered. By pressing right on the D-pad, we can hop onto online play and race alongside 7 randoms or 7 friends. As it's an open world, there's nothing stopping anyone from driving away and doing their own thing. But by teaming up, there are further challenges to perform in teams of 2, 3, and so on and so forth. For example, you and a buddy can race head-on over a jump and crash mid-air to unlock one challenge. These are free roam or free burn challenges, and there's 350 to master, plus another 70 time challenges, 10 motorbike trials, and 10 island challenges too, from all the DLC we get for free. This game will take over your life. It's so packed with things to do. So in conclusion, is Burnout Paradise Remastered worth returning to? In my mind, oh my god, yes it is. Of course, there are some shortcomings due to the era the original was made. Controls and heads-up displays have changed in particular in the last few years, but in the last 10 years of searching for an arcade open world game, I have never found one that bettered Burnout Paradise. The remaster is just as great as the original, with shiny new graphics, improved responsivity and frame rates, and superior online stability. If this paves the way for Burnout Paradise 2, then I'll be absolutely ecstatic. What do you think about returning to games 10 years later, and will you be venturing back into Paradise? Or maybe it's your first time hearing about this title. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'm Adam from PlayStationGrenade, and I'm going back to practice my parallel parking. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Power parking, the only way to park in paradise.
Hey, hey, you, I don't like a girlfriend, no. Oh my god, I'm singing Avril Lavigne. What have you done to me, Burnout Paradise?